you date a man who earns less if he is still a leader mentally and emotionally?
How about this? Would you date your man, your current man? Would you have married him or date him if he made less?
I did all of those things. So yes.
Fair enough.
All right.
What about you?
Yeah, I would still date him.
Okay. What about you?
Yes.
But you gonna cheat, right?
I'm not doing it. Oh, no.
You're like, yeah, I'm gonna date him, but listen, not for long.
That's just that.
Not for long. What about you?
Absolutely.
But you gonna go to Miami, right?
I gotta go to Miami.
Listen, man, these chicks is scandalous, right? Listen, they out here plotting. What about you?
No, personally, no.
She's being honest.
The
I
only
like it.
honest one here.
I mean, for me, it's
But the
like,
married one. Yeah.
if I wanted somebody like that, I mean, it's not, there's nothing wrong with him, obviously, but for me and
You want a
my
rich guy.
situation, I just feel like, for a man to lead, he has to have like that, like, I don't like, and it's
gotta
not
have the money.
necessarily for me, but it's for him. Like the ego can't take, a woman making more, I feel, at like for men. So, I mean, in the back of his mind, like he's gonna always have that chip on his shoulder about that. And it's just about pride. But yeah, for me, that's a no.
So, do you think that the only way a man can lead is if he's making more money than a woman?
No, that's not what I mean. But I just
Kinda.
mean for it's not necessarily for my benefit, but for a man's ego. I feel like they can't handle their woman making more than them.
They can handle. The issue is usually when a man makes less, the woman looks down on him, right? So let's say she makes more money and she wants to take 3 trips to, I don't know, to Cancun, but he can only do 1 trip a year and she wants to take the 3 trips. And when he can't afford that, she's going to look down on him like, oh, you can't afford me. You should make more money. She's going to be nagging him. And eventually, if she meets a man who makes more money, she's probably going to leave him. So it's not that man's ego. It's more about that the fact that women can't stand a man who doesn't make the money they want him to make, to spend on them. It's not about the man making the money. He has to be willing to spend it on them.
Okay, so you're saying that the man can't handle the woman making more than him.
Yeah.
And why do you think that? You're saying ego, but why is it the ego that they can't handle that? All right.
As far as the ego, I mean, they'll have like say for an example, there's a lifestyle that you create for yourself that you're upholding for
I told you.
yourself,
I just said
and maybe that's a completely different caliber for him, for an example. And so he comes into your life and can't provide those things for you that you've done for yourself. That's gonna chip at his ego, and that's like, because that's just a man's nature to want to provide and be there for their woman. I mean, that's just how I feel.
You think that the man is in competition with the woman?
Sometimes, yeah. And it's not something that they'll necessarily come out and say, but I do feel like that.
Do you think
she's not entirely wrong? A man will try to be in competition with this woman if the woman has given him that kind of energy. If she has given him the energy of, I appreciate you no matter how much you make, I appreciate you at your level. Okay, you make 50,000, make 70,000. Even if you make 40,000, I appreciate you the way you are. A man won't need to have to be in competition. But every time she gets money, she looks down on him, or you're broke, or you need to make more money, or I wish you could, she's already telling him, oh, my friends are taking trips, I wish we could also take trips, things like that. Then he will try to be in competition.
That's how the man feels, or do you think that you're projecting how you view the man? Because I think that like women, especially in modernity with feminism, they've been indoctrinated to believe that men and women are equal and to chase their career rather than settle down and have a man and create a family and children. So they're more focused on trying to be out in the workforce and compete, right? So they tend to think that the man is their competition because they think that the man is equal. The reason why I think that you're projecting is because you look for all of these characteristic traits within a man because you look for security. So you look for the man to be competent, accomplish some goals, provide for you, take care of you. And if he can't do that, then you view him as less. And since you view him as less, a lot of women, and you could correct me if I'm wrong if this is not the way you view it, but a lot of women find themselves in a situation, they're projecting their view on the man. They view the man as less, so they think that the man views himself as less. But in reality,
That's true.
in most cases, even if the woman is making more, the man isn't in competition with the woman. So he's not looking at you as like, oh, my ego is hurt. She's making more. I'm less than. No, I think that women tend to just look at the man as less than because they're hypergamous. What's your take on that?
I like.
Do you understand?
I do understand what you mean, and I think that truth can be.
Two things can be true.
Yes, because I mean, what you're saying is true for some cases, but then there's other cases where, I mean, us as women, we can see that, you know, men always have this thing about women having certain privileges of being women. And you said it yourself, lesser vessels, whatever you said with that, like, but it's that we get certain privileges as women on top of, you know, whatever salary, whatever, because it's not really about the money that I'm talking about. I'm more so talking about certain things that the lifestyle to uphold and
Yeah, the lifestyle to uphold.
so
Yep.
sometimes it's not even out of our own pockets. Like men just do things for women because they want to, and those things like get brought up in conversation a lot within like men groups. I feel like where it's like, okay, well, why it's cool for her to get free drinks, but I don't get free drinks and stuff. You know, like it's competition within, you know, the male
Yeah, that
and
doesn't
female.
happen. Like no man
Yeah.
ever says, "Oh, women get free drinks from men. I don't know why I don't get free drinks." No man ever says that. Actually, on the contrary, men just wish that women would appreciate men approaching them. And that's one of the reasons men don't appreciate anymore, because women have been approached for so long to the extent that they feel entitled. That's why you've seen them on social media complain, men don't approach us anymore. The same women who told men don't approach us, you're stalking us, you're creepy, you know, you look like you want to SA us, you know, you want to abuse us and things like that. And then men listened at the same women complaining online, men don't approach us anymore. But it's more of the case that men realize, okay, you don't appreciate us, you know, being traditional and approaching you and things like that. Plus, men don't want to be rejected with TikToks and, you know, bashed in the public domain. It's like, okay, I might as well just use dating apps.
Yeah, so I don't really think it's competition on that. I think that, you know, some people would maybe create some content and you would take that content out of context where the conversation, like the example that you just used, like, oh, well, why don't men get free drinks?
Yeah.
I think they're probably just making an example like men, we live a different life experience where we actually have to go ahead and, you know, pay for our drinks. If we want to be on a yacht, we have to pay for the yacht. But women, they get drinks for free. They get invited on a yacht for free. They don't have to pay for these things. So I think that that's that conversation dynamic. I've never even seen a clip or watched anything where men was actually like mad and complaining like, well, I should get my drinks. You should pay for my drink, woman.
They do.
I've never seen that
I've never
before.
seen it
And
either.
In the clips.
have you ever experienced that in person, in real life?
Me, no, they know.
I don't think
better.
anybody-
They know better not to
But-
come.
So I don't think anybody really did. What I do think though is that, and the ladies, y'all could give y'all takes on this too after I give this take, if you have a different opinion, or if you share the same opinion that she has. I do think that since attraction, it isn't symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. So what you look for in a man, the man doesn't look for back from you. So men were very territorial. Say if the woman, she has a career, she's doing her thing, maybe she's making some money. the man isn't jealous of that, but he may be like, listen, you need to come home. You
Look
need
for
to
me.
don't
Yeah.
like why are you out with your girls and he may have some different guidelines and some rules or may question some things about your whereabouts and things like that. Not because he's jealous of you making the bag, is that normally when women are making more money, they think that they have more freedom and they want to be outside like she is and take the Miami trips. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, men would be like, they would probably have some stipulations on the woman, like, I don't really like this. I don't like you doing this. Don't wear that. And I think women would view it as, well, he's jealous of me.
He's
But
controlling.
he's not really jealous of you. He's just different than you. Like he's territorial. He doesn't want his woman outside like her.
Yeah, pretty much. If a woman is making money, she's probably very hardworking and probably busy. So the last thing a man wants is a traditional man, because if he's because even when a woman is working like that, she still expects the man to pay the bills. So some men look at it like, okay, you're working, you're making all this money, I can't even get a home cooked meal because you still expect me to pay all the bills. So I'm paying all the bills. You're saving your money. You can't even do anything at home. We have to take our kids to daycare. So the man does the math and it's like, baby, I need you home. And that's when women are like, oh, he's controlling. He doesn't want me to be independent. He doesn't want me to make money. He's jealous of me. But it's more of, if I'm paying all the bills and you're working all these hours, saving your money, and when I come home, sometimes you even come home after me, what type of relationship do we have?
Make sense?
It makes sense, but I agree.
Still
with
no?
you.
You still think that there's still some exception to the rule where
It's not
a
necessarily
man
an exception, but it's a quiet thing that I feel like people won't say because again, it's a pride thing. But if a girl or a woman is more acclimated, I'm not going to even talk about salary or figures or nothing like that. But a girl or woman more acclimated than their man, and they get more acknowledged from their peers, whatever it is that they're doing for work, they're gonna feel some type of way.
you mean
And-
like status?
yeah, status. Like I don't know, like whatever workforce that they're doing. Like I don't like using celebrity for this, but I'm gonna do it for the sake of the argument. Tiana Taylor and Iman, that was a whole that's exactly what I'm talking about.
So what's funny is I see it's so funny because a lot of people get indoctrinated by social media and stuff, but there's been studies on this.
By celebrities.
And men are not attracted to status on women. The truth is, and even psychologists know about this, when women earn yeah, you go this way. Yeah, Dan, you grab the seat. My bad, Chad. We do it live. So, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, I remember. So, and psychologists know about this, when women have more status than their man, or maybe that they have the same social economic status when they meet, but then the woman earns more status than her man, she tends to lose attraction for her man because women
to
are
reach a man.
hypergamous, meaning that they want a man that's doing better than them. They don't want a man that's on their level. They would prefer a man that's doing better than them in like height, money, status, all of these things. But if a woman earns more status than her man, then she loses attraction for her man and she tends to look down on her man. So again, the woman is projecting her view onto the man. It's not that men falls out of love with a woman if she has more status. That's not the case. Is that women fall out of love with their man when she has more status. Make sense?
Yeah, they don't respect the guy pretty much. Because like she said, if you meet a woman, right, and she's making good money and she has been, let's say she goes out once or twice a week. So she's spending at least 200, maybe $250 a week, right? She takes 2 trips a year. She likes shopping and things like that. And then she meets you. She's expecting that everything she's been doing for herself, you're going to do it for her. So as time goes on and she realizes you can only afford to do 1 trip in 2 years, you can't afford to buy her everything she's going to buy for herself, she's going to look at it like, okay, this is a lose-lose situation. Why am I reducing my lifestyle when I can just find a man who's going to keep my same lifestyle or even better? I don't know, guys. It doesn't make sense, but that's how they are wired. They want a man who's going to literally just going to take the load away from them. By load, I mean the lifestyle, the bills, or even who's going to project them higher. So eventually, even when she likes you, because even if she likes you and you don't make enough money, she's hoping and she's going to be pushing you. What are you working on? Did you get another job? Did you get a promotion, a business? That's why they claim, I don't mind being with a man who doesn't make enough money as long as he's ambitious. The ambitious part is I want him to keep making more money, because eventually she wants you to spend the money on her.
Makes sense, but
But what?
I'm-
She just don't want to let go. God.
no, I'm not saying that you're not right. I'm saying there's, again, two things can be true at once.
Well, you haven't told me not one true thing.
If that's what you believe.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Can I ask a question? So, if men are in no way attracted to status, when men ask women what they bring to the table, what are they looking to hear? Because I noticed that a lot of women, when they're
You should
asked
know.
that question, they say, I have this degree, I have that degree, I have that business, I have this, and it brings in all this income.
Yeah,
What are
well,
they-
women say that. Men ask that question, and then women give the answer, and they speak about their accomplishments.
Right.
And
But
their
that is
money.
not the answer that men are looking for.
What do you want to
So,
hear?
yeah, the answer that men want to hear is, because once again, attraction isn't symmetrical. Like the things that you want in a man, the man doesn't want those same things back.
Mhm.
So what a man wants to hear is, what do you bring to the table? I can cook, I can clean, I'll be a good helpmate, I'll support you, I'll help you accomplish your dreams.
Mhm.
Things like that is what a man wants to hear. I'll listen to you, I'll respect you, I'll be loyal to you. That's what the woman brings to the table. Now, what the man brings to the table is providing for you, protection, things like that. You want to know about his socioeconomic status. You want to know about how much money he's earning per year. You want to know about how many trips he's taken and things like that. Like, what do you bring to? Do you like to travel? All women want to travel, so you want a man that likes to travel, and also you want a man that has the financial capabilities to travel. But if you said that, it's like, well,
And-
we don't care about you traveling and you like to travel. We know that you like to travel. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's the thing.
It's even amazing that they don't even know what men mean by what you bring to the table. It's just amazing. And in fact, some women get offended if a man asks, what do you bring to the table? They call them, oh, you're sassy. Oh, men want to be women these days. They want to be they want to be like a princess, or they want to be, catered to. It's like, it's amazing that you have all these things you want a man to do for you, and then when he turns around, he's like, okay, what are you gonna do for me? What are you bringing to the relationship? You get offended. Like, that's a question somebody who has standards for themselves should be able to ask and should be able to answer also.
You had another
yes,
question? Oh,
Yes,
you go
it's
ahead.
like two-parted because it's
Sure.
like for men like you, say for instance, there are a lot of women who are saying, look, I cook clean, I'll be faithful to you and I'll be loyal to you. Like, how do you choose? And like, say for instance, you don't need anybody to cook for you. You cook
Yeah,
well.
so I mean, men should never listen to what a woman says. We don't
Look at the
listen to what
actions.
women say. We look at their actions. So we follow her actions, because women, they like to be politically correct, generally speaking, and they like to say the right thing, and they always want to sell purity. They, besides you, because you in them streets, besides you too, because you be cheating. But most women in general, their goal is to
Call them
sell
out.
purity. So it's to, just like you actually was doing it a little bit. You said, yeah, I'll be outside, but I'm celibate.
It's true.
Yeah, I'll be outside, but I'm celibate. The reason why you're saying that you're celibate is because you want to let them know the truth. Like, yeah, I'll be going out and stuff, but still know that, like, I'm not really touched like that. No one is touching me. So you're still trying to sell purity. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, that's what we look at. So we don't listen to her words because she's selling purity, and we can't be blinded by that. We want to watch her actions, her behaviors.
Mhm.
Yeah. On to the conversation that me and you were having though.
Yeah.
I seen over here, did anyone have any takes on when she said that, well, when a woman is earning more, the man tends to feel insecure and maybe has an ego and he can't handle it?
I just think it's dependent on the man.
I think
Okay, you
depends
think
on the
it
woman.
depends on the man.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, well,
like that.
okay, so here's the thing. All men, we all started, like, the thing is this, ladies, I want y'all to understand something. You ladies are born with your sexual value. You're born with it. Once you become 18, you know, the world's your oyster, right? So your main job is to preserve your sexual value since you're born with it. Men, we have to create our sexual value.
Gotta
So
grind.
most men, we've all experienced like the same level of, you know, adversities as a man. And I say all of that to say that I was broke before and I was with chicks that they made more. I've never felt insecure. And all of my homies, we was all broke before. I speak to men that was broke before. They ain't have the bag. And I'm like, do you feel less than? They're like, nah, bro, she let me drive a car. She paying this for me. She bought me some new Jordans. It's like, not, I can't even fathom it. So what I'm saying is you ladies are just making this up in your head. You're projecting the way you view the man onto him and you think that he views himself like that, but that's just not true.
No, I mean, it's facts. In my early 20s, I dated this chick and I had no
No, the issue is they try to look down on the man, you know, because women, they don't have the physical capability. So what they use is their mouth, right? Oh, you're broke. You should make more money. Why are you here sitting playing video games when you can go get another job? Why don't you start a business like your friends? Oh my God, for how long are we going to stay in this 1-bedroom apartment? So they will use words like that to talk down on their man who doesn't make enough money that they want him to make.
job, and I was driving my mom's minivan, and we would go out on dates, and she would pay all the time, and I never felt insecure. So it's I know, but I'm just saying, but it's the woman, because you got to understand, when a woman starts to make a lot of money, all of a sudden her man ain't doing enough.
Yep.
He ain't ambitious
Nagging
enough.
him.
You know what I'm saying? He's not confident. All of a sudden he needs to step his game up, even though he's
Yep.
making okay money. But as soon as a woman makes more money than a man, it's like she becomes like the worst person.
Evil.
Attitude, men ain't this. He not on my level. But when a man makes more money than his woman, it's I want to take care of you. You don't go to work. I got you, et cetera. So
Yeah, it's the whole thing that they say once a man makes money, he's looking to provide for his family, for his kids, look for a woman to take care of. But once a woman makes money, she becomes independent. Independent of who? Man. That's how I was saying.